Look up in the sky. It's the superheroes of travel. It's Ricky Tyus and Tashi Williams on It's Your Time to Travel on TalkTainmentradio.com. Listeners, you can call. You can join the conversation at 877-932-9766 or watch us live on YouTube /Talktainment/It's Your Time to Travel. And Laverta, we're almost there. Laverta, are you almost ready? I am ready to party and have a good time. People say they really like attending the JUNKANOO festival.
Bubba, you're always ready to party. Bubba, I mean, is there anyone famous that's going to be at this?
Laverta, you may see some famous people walking around enjoying the festivities, but they do not actually perform. The festival is more or less a place to go see cultural shows, dancing, and street parades all in one place. This is the golden opportunity to immerse yourself in the Bohemian music and culture.
Well now, that sounds interesting and like a lot of fun, Bubba.
Uh-oh.
I am definitely ready to see this. Let's go, Bubba. Come on. I'm excited. I got my short shorts on. And I am ready to hit the sidewalk. I have to see everything going on, Bubba.
Don't worry about it, Laverta. They have plenty of good food, and you know this is all held on the beach. The beaches in the Bahamas are really nice. Laverta, they even wear costumes like the Mardi Gras in the Caribbean in Toronto, Canada.
Oh, wow, Bubba. That sounds good. So let's go then. Stop talking and let's go. You're moving a little slow today.
Tune in next time for the fun and excitement in Nassau at the JUNKANOO Festival. Did Bubba and Laverta have a good time? Were they both hung over from the spirits? Don't miss out the fun. Until next time, let's see what Bubba and Laverta did at the JUNKANOO Festival in the Bahamas.
Let's go.
So much fun at the JUNKANOO. And just so you know, the JUNKANOO experience, long before the spectacular rush out, there's JUNKANOO dance troupes. There's groups of up to 1,000 people in the parade, and they've been rehearsing their dazzling dance routine for a long time. So this is their time to present what they're doing is during these parades. Okay, and they have drums, and they have cowbells and whistles and horns and very imaginative costumes, and the designers will have worked nonstop to weave their own special magic with beautifully colored crochet paper and cardboard. The participants in this uniquely Bohemian festival come from all walks of life, in every shape and size and across all ages. Family, friends, and neighbors gather in groups organized in categories based on the size of the troupe and judged on a variety of criteria. The three main criteria are best music, best costume, and best overall group presentation. So I know you can win best costume.
Oh, I know I can too. And best supporting actress. No.
So right now, we have video from the JUNKANOO Festival, and these are just some of the costumes that they're talking about, and a lot of that stuff doesn't look like crochet paper to me.
No, it doesn't. And those costumes are really, really nice.
Really nice.
And look at those people move now. I know I can't move like that anymore.
Yeah. The JUNKANOO Festival in Nassau, Grand Bahamas. And just so you know, we do have packages.
Oh my!
If you want to go to this event this year, we have packages available. But next year, we'll plan it out way ahead of time so we can actually do a live show from the JUNKANOO Festival in Grand Bahama Island. You know, but as you see on the screen, these are just some of the costumes that they wear, and you can see it's dark outside. So when we say that it starts at midnight, it starts at midnight. You know.
And look at the kids.
The kids out at midnight, 3 a.m.
Yeah. See, and you know they tired. Look,
yeah. Kids are going, what the heck am I doing up this late?
Right. They're adorable.
Right. They're just great looking costumes.
Yes, the costumes are really good looking, nice costumes.
Great
you can see it with a lot of detail, a lot of work went into those costumes.
A lot of work went into the costumes.
Yes, they did.
It's just a great time.
And that's definitely something that you cannot do in a week.
Yeah, and the headline acts are A division groups with 2 to 1,000 people. And look out for these groups: the Valley Boys, the Music Makers, the Prodigal Sons, the Saxons, Roots, and One Family. The B division groups are no less impressive, only slightly smaller with 50 to 200 participants, while others opt to parade just for fun. Anyone is invited to participate in the JUNKANOO, as long as he or she follows the rules of the National JUNKANOO Association. Visitors to the island of the Bahamas can make arrangements through their hotel to join the festival. You know, so, what do you think about that?
I think that sounds pretty good. It's exciting. You know, I like the costumes, the creativity that goes into the costumes.
Absolutely.
This is absolutely wonderful.
Right. And legend has it that the slaves decorated themselves using whatever scrap materials were available. Paper, feathers were easy to attain and sewn onto their clothes with flour paste used to paint their faces. So as time went on, the method evolved and the costumes of sticking paper became a fine art form. And as you can see, some of the costumes now are really creative, and they really
very
look good.
Creative. Now I'm trying to figure out what is that coming out of the hats, then the top of the hats over there. I didn't know what that was. It looks like long feathers or something that they painted.
Long feathers.
Okay, that's really creative. That's nice. And you have to have some type of artistic ability just to put that together. The creativity, the detail, the time that goes into that.
Right.
That's extremely good.
And it usually consists of a headdress, a shoulder piece, and a skirt, and they have fancy colors. The costumes may be as tall as 15 feet, and with a mirror to glittering beads, feathers, and rhinestones.
Yes, look at that one. Look at that.
Yep.
That's pretty.
So along with the costumes, each group creates their own parade floats made from aluminum rods, cardboard, wire, foam, crepe paper, and a special cement.
That's really nice. That is really nice.
So earlier in the show, we talked about rush out. Okay, so we rush down the street. The festival attracts large crowds of bohemians and visitors and has become a spectacle of color and celebration. The parade starts from the British Colonial Hilton Hotel with dancers short stepping or rushing. That's what the rush out is the short stepping, as it is locally known to unique sounds of pulsating drums, cowbells, horns, and whistles. And revelers on the sideline gyrate and sing along with the same gusto, cheering for their favorite group. So once again, these are just some of the costumes. You know, instruments were originally fashioned from cast-off items such as rum or food containers into drums and scrap metal into bells. Like their ancestors, today's musicians use similar methods, stretching goat skin across a metal barrel and burning a candle under the skin to tune it to the right pitch. Yeah, so this is a sampling of the JUNKANOO Festival in the Bahamas. As the JUNKANOO parade moves through the streets of downtown Nassau in the early hours of the morning, generally 2 a.m. to 10 a.m., the energy of the dancers and the beat of the music motivates the vast crowds and supporters and spectators to start moving in their seats or on their feet or in the streets or on the balconies. On the balconies.
Yeah, I got it, Ricky. I got it.
So I wonder if they have the sliding of the poles.
Oh boy!
Wherever they have found a spot from which to watch this soul-stirring festival. At the end of the famous JUNKANOO procession, judges awards cash prizes for the best musician, best costume, and best overall group performance.
That music would have me up there dancing all night long.
Yeah, and if you happen to miss the festival, there is a JUNKANOO Expo Museum located at Prince George Roth in Nassau, which keeps the winning costumes on display. Otherwise, jump in, enjoy the beat, feel the rush, visit the beach, and have some fun. This is the summer JUNKANOO Festival in the Bahamas in the month of June and July. Yeah, so what do you think about that?
I want to move and party now with them.
Yeah. So next year, we're going to actually try to do a show from the Grand Bahamas for the JUNKANOO Festival. It kind of snuck up on me. I didn't realize it was coming this soon. And I think July is really too late to try and get over there for this year. But I'll definitely put a bug in their ear, and they will be on the show sometime in the future. And we'll put a bug in their ear, and we'll try and get over there at the beginning of June for the JUNKANOO Summer Festival. What do you think about that?
That sounds good. That sounds really nice to me. I'm all for having a good time.
Having a good time. So talking about parades, we have a bus going to New York for the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. We're starting to put the package together. We'll leave on the 20th. We'll get to New York on the 21st of November. Of course, the parade is on the 22nd. The package includes round-trip bus transportation. It includes breakfast Thanksgiving Day. It includes Thanksgiving dinner. It also includes some things you can do on your own. Shopping at, like you'll have discounts to shop at Macy's and Bloomingdale on the day after Thanksgiving. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, that's great. That sounds good.
So right now I'm working on putting the final touches on the packages. Just trying to put the final things together. But in Thanksgiving, expect us to be in New York for Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Yay! Does everybody hear that?
Yep.
Good. That's good. So then we want everybody to be on that bus with us.
Be on the bus, like I said.
Yes, it's a party bus.
Yeah, we'll leave Tuesday about midnight. Tuesday the 20th about midnight. We'll get into New York about 9:30 in the morning. Probably have breakfast in Harlem. Do a tour of Harlem, and then we'll head over to the hotel. The hotel is the Sheraton in Manhattan, Times Square. So everything that you want to do, you'll be able to walk to. You'll be able to walk to for the Thanksgiving Day Parade. You'll be able to walk to dinner. You'll be able to walk to breakfast. You'll be able to walk around and see the parade. But the hotel is a 4-star hotel, and it's the Sheraton in Times Square.
Okay, that's really nice. That's nice.
Yeah, so that's the event that we're trying to put the finishing touches on, so that you can make payments on it. And what I'm trying to do is that for 3 and 4 people in the room, I'm trying to make it where you can bring your kids to it.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah. So that's one of the things. It's one of the things that we're working on. I'm in contract negotiations now to close that out, and that's the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Okay.
And that'll be November 20th, 21st, 22nd. We'll come back on the 23rd. We'll probably get back like midnight on the 24th.
Well, that sounds good.
And just so you know, the Ohio State Buckeye Marching Band is marching in the parade.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So that's one of the things we have going on. But the other news that we have is Norwegian Cruise Line has decided to return to Hawaii's Big Island, and everyone knows everything that's going on the Big Island with the volcanoes and everything that's going on. Well, the Norwegian Cruise Line has announced that the Pride of America will be resuming its ports of call in Kona and Hilo on Hawaii Island, often called the Big Island, starting next week. Earlier this summer, the cruise lines announced it would be halting stops at those particular ports due to uncertain conditions after larger than normal eruptions of the volcano. And they say, the cruise line states that the customer's safety is of utmost importance. But the Pride of America with Norwegian Cruise Line will resume calling upon the two islands starting June 12th and every Wednesday starting June 13th as part of its regular cruise schedule. So if you don't know about Norwegian Cruise Line, where Carnival and Royal Caribbean sails from Vancouver or someplace in the States.
Yes.
With Norwegian, you fly over to Hawaii and it cruises around to all the islands. Okay, so you only have to unpack once, and you get a chance to cruise to all the different islands and see all the islands, not just like if you're flying over to Hawaii, then maybe you're staying at one island, then you have to try and get to another island. Mm-hmm. Well, with this particular cruise, it's the Pride of America. It sails to all the islands. So you fly over to Hawaii, and you get on the ship, and it sails to all the different islands.
And that's a nice ship. That's a very nice ship.
Right. So they are resuming calls to the islands starting this week.
Really?
June 12th is
okay.
Today.
Yes, today is June 12th.
Right.
Yes.
Yes, starting today. Mm-hmm. The Pride of America cruise ship carries up to 2,500 passengers and 900 crew members per week. Home ports in Honolulu, and makes weekly cruise tours throughout the Hawaiian Islands. Okay, and like I said, they hit all Maui. They hit all the islands, and they had temporarily halted the two port calls in mid-May. So that's just an announcement that they are resuming cruising to the different islands. And I know I had a lot of people calling me about going to Hawaii, and then as the volcano got worse, they kind of backed off.
Right. I don't blame them. I don't blame them.
Yeah, they kind of backed off. So here's my announcement that the Pride of America on Norwegian Cruise Line is selling back to those particular ports. And I guess the quality of air must have improved for them to do that, because my concern was, I know I'm not going close to the volcano, but my concern was just the quality of air.
Right.
Yes. Yeah. So what do you think? We talked about the JUNKANOO. Y'all psyched up about going to the JUNKANOO?
I'm psyched up about that, and I'm psyched up about the conch. I like the conch. Uh-huh. The conch fritters are the best.
It's the bomb, huh?
Yes. They are good. They are really good. Now, I will tell people this: if they are kind of shy about tasting different things,
got to be careful.
Yes, you have to be careful, and please be careful. Right, and please be careful that the fact that if you're not used to a lot of onions, then you probably want to take some of those off, because there's layers and layers and layers of onions in that bowl. Yes, there is. So just be mindful of that, and be mindful of just tasting anything off the street. A lot of times in the Bahamas, they do have a lot for the tourists out there, so just be mindful of that as well. And once again, if you're not comfortable, then don't do it.
So, do you think you would wear a costume and get involved?
With the JUNKANOO festival?
With
Ricky,
the JUNKANOO festival?
You know, I don't think so. I don't see me in the costume running down the street.
You're the Disney person. What's another costume? What's another costume?
You know, and you know what? I won a prize for the Halloween costume at work.
Right.
I just don't see me in the bikini now running down the street.
Well, it doesn't have to be a bikini.
Well, that's what most of these young girls were in. They were in those bikinis, flashing all around, having a good time. Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a two-piece. It can be a one-piece.
Not a two-piece, right?
Yeah, it can be a one-piece.
And then what's my other talent? Just running down the street doing what?
Yeah, just running around dancing.
Barely moving.
Yeah, dancing to the music. Dancing
to the music.
Yeah.
I can do that. I can shake my hips too.
Yeah.
From side to side, I do that real good.
Yeah. Dancing to the music. Yeah, the JUNKANOO festival.
Oh yeah, got see. There's arms.
So do you think your husband would enjoy that?
Oh, I think you know what? He likes music. I don't know if he would be tired of the walking down the street thing. That would be too much. That's enough for him.
That's
so
enough.
He would, he mainly sits back and watches me like, really?
What about being up at 12 a.m. to 8, 9 o'clock?
Yeah, he's not doing that either. He's not doing that. You know, when we were on the cruise ship a while back, it's been some time ago, probably this has actually been about 15 years ago. We were on a cruise ship, and I said, I'm going to the midnight buffet. And I had met somebody on the ship, and she and I were hanging out, and her husband went to sleep, and my husband went to sleep. So she and I were like, oh, we're going to the midnight buffet. I woke him up, do you want to go? No, you can have at that. So no, he's not doing that. He's not. He doesn't want any part of that. Now, as long as he gets his rest, then he'll get up in the morning. He's a morning person. Oh, okay. Now I could I could do either. But if I don't get enough rest at nighttime, then I can't wake up in the morning and say, hey, let's go. If I'm still doing the festivities at nighttime, like the midnight buffet or something, I am not getting up in the morning. I want my 8 hours.
Hey, just so you know, just a side note here is that I'm being interviewed for a local magazine. They're doing a business profile with me.
Yes, exciting.
It's called the Olentangy River. It's called Olentangy River, isn't
it? Yes.
Yeah. And in the month of July, they're doing a business profile on me, and one of the articles in the profile is about the radio show. Okay, so look for that. It's a magazine called Olentangy River. It's a magazine that I am the what do you call it? Expert on travel in that particular magazine, and they're doing a business profile on me in the month of July. And what I'll do is once that comes out, I'll get that posted on my Facebook page.
And now Ricky's downplaying this a little bit, you all. Now Ricky does good. Ricky's been in this magazine a few times, so this is something really, really exciting. It's a local magazine for Columbus. Okay, so it's very exciting that he's doing this. So please go out there, support him. Look at the magazine. You know, call Ricky, say, what's going on, Ricky? Do you have anything for me for any travel information, even for just travel tips, anything like that? Even if you're thinking about just doing airline flights, quick flights somewhere, last minute flights somewhere, contact Ricky, and he will be more than happy, sorry about that, to help you out.
That's pretty amazing. That's pretty amazing. But yeah, the article comes out in July. And I'll get that posted on my Facebook page when it comes out.
Excellent, excellent. Yep. So look forward to seeing that article.
Yep. And sometime in the future, I'm going to have Jamaica on the air. Okay. I'm still waiting for the dates of the show in July, August, and September. But once I get those dates, we'll get Jamaica scheduled to come in the studio and talk to us about all the fantastic things in Jamaica. Because you know what? I am a Jamaican specialist.
Yay! Yeah. Jamaica me crazy.
Yeah. So they're going to come on the show. I'm just waiting to get the dates for July, August, and September and October. I've been invited to do a travel show in Cancun in October. So stay tuned. We have a lot going on. And look up in the sky. It's the superheroes of travel. It's Ricky Tyus and Tashi Williams in a JUNKANOO costume. Able to take you around the world by air, land, or sea, even by flying saucer. And we're live on TalkTainmentRadio.com.
See you next